Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Lucid Prophecy Tarot, and it is very early in the morning, and I am making this video on Saturn and Pluto. So I attempted to make this video yesterday, and I uploaded it, but it got deleted. It like saved as something else, and then I deleted it because it was interfering with my uploads, but it ended up being the actual video. It just wasn't named the right thing for some strange reason. So it is what it is. The power of knowledge is that it's always at your fingertips when you need it, right? So let's go into it. Let's talk about it. So let's talk about Saturn and let's talk about Pluto in your life, the cosmic effect that Saturn and Pluto has on you and in your birth chart, and also how to utilize that energy, you get what I'm saying, to propel yourself within this lifetime. So Saturn is the planet of boundaries, you get what I'm saying. Saturn is the planet of restriction. In the last video of Jupiter, I kind of touched upon that that areas of life where you Saturn is aspecting, or you have Capricorn, you usually have to apply more personal effort there to achieve results. That is because Saturn is known as like the martial arts teacher. You get what I'm saying? Saturn is that energy that is real harsh. It'll whoop your ass. You get what I'm saying? But it's all in hopes to make you a better version of yourself at the end of it. So of course you're gonna hate yourself while you're going through it, or you're gonna hate the situation while you're going through it, but it's ultimately for your benefit. And that's what Saturn does. Saturn comes in and makes sure that you're not becoming too lackadaisical or too comfortable in life in order for you to accomplish your spiritual goals. You get what I'm saying? Because Saturn is the planet of discipline. So there's a lot of beneficial aspects of Saturn as well. Like, let's just talk about the planet Saturn, right? And its energetic properties. So Saturn is a very dense planet. Saturn is the largest planet outside of Jupiter. Saturn represents time. So timelines, things that have existed throughout time, long-term structures and foundations. And it also represents your legacy because it's the 10th house and it's the 10th sign of the zodiac. That's why it's the 10th house. Capricorn is, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. But Saturn is basically the energy that supports everything that we leave on the earthly plane. You get what I'm saying? As far as legacy, the things that we leave behind, the things that we create. And it's usually an aspect or fueled by our career, or our profession, our vocation in some type of way, our trade, our skills. So 10th house is essentially that energetic earthly abode where all of our manifestations lie, right? And they hit the public. You know, Saturn is also an energy that represents the public, everybody, you know, the collective energy. It also represents the industries like music industries, governmental industries, governmental structures that have lasted throughout time, decades and centuries. So Saturn is a very important planet because it keeps everything together. It's like Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's like the opposite of Saturn. That's why they're enemies. But Jupiter is the planet of expansion, its growth, its blessings. However, it's just like if you have all this stuff, right, and you have nothing to hold it in, or you have nothing to place it, nowhere to place it, then it will be of no use. Or it's like manifesting something, right? Easy come, easy go. But with the power of Saturn, that manifestation lasts throughout time because it's built on a strong foundation. You get what I'm saying? So understanding the energetic properties of the planet will understand and understanding what sign it is in for yourself and what house it is placed in will be very beneficial and significant for yourself, because it'll tell you in regards to your life where you might encounter obstacles, opposition, and how to overcome that in your own personal way to achieve the trials of Saturn. And that's very beneficial for your soul's growth, because Saturn is a spiritual planet as well. It's not just a harsh planet. A lot of people are afraid of Saturn, but it is very harsh. Like I said, it's that martial arts teacher that's on your ass about everything, Mr. Postman. But it's like, because it knows that the human nature itself has a tendency to become distracted. So Saturn is that discipline. And for you to become a master, you have to be focused. You have to be disciplined. In order for you to master anything, you have to have a certain discipline. So that's where Saturn comes in. Saturn assists you in your discipline in whatever area or aspect of life that you're dealing with it. I believe Saturn is a generational planet as well. Also, Saturn rules, like I said, time, right? So it also rules things like aging. You get what I'm saying? How you age, or how the energetic frequency of density affects you on a physical plane. It also rules our physical structure, like our bone structure. That's what Capricorn rules, and it's ruled by Saturn. So Saturn has a lot to do with that, understanding that about yourself. And also, what else do I need to touch on about Saturn? Dang, this fly's coming for me. I don't know why. Get on, fly. It's a beautiful morning. So, Saturn is the planet of karma. So what goes around comes around, and that makes sense because it's time, right? So if you send an energetic frequency out, of course that energetic frequency is going to come back to you, because energy doesn't die, it doesn't dissipate, it just comes back, right? So making sure what you send out is very important, because Saturn makes sure of that. Saturn regulate. Definitely in regards to karmic energy. So that can be good or bad. So always making sure you check yourself. You get what I'm saying? Your Saturn return is usually between the ages of 28 to 35. That is the time where Saturn comes back and looks over everything. Make sure, what is it? You better not cry. You better not shout. Whatever that Christmas song is, Santa Claus is coming to town, it's kind of like Saturn, like the naughty or nice list. Like, think about it like that, like energy. You get what I'm saying? Like, you want to be on a nice list when Saturn comes in, because you don't want to get a big ass sack of coal as your blessing for your next however many years Saturn is going to be on your ass, Mr. Postman. So, identifying what your Saturn sign is, and what house is placed in, to help you make sure that you're on the right side of Saturn, so that you're receiving blessings, everything that you want, instead of the opposite. So let's talk about Pluto. So Pluto is also a very cold planet like Saturn. It's a very slow moving planet like Saturn. Pluto is also has been known to be connected to Saturn historically. I believe in one practice they connected Saturn to Pluto by claiming that Pluto used to be one of Saturn's moons. Now, I'm not sure how credible that is. That's why, I'll leave it to your own information, your own investigation, I should rather say, so that you can come up with your own synopsis. But any self-thinking is good. So research everything. But Pluto is the planet of occultism. It's the planet of mysticism and magic. It's the supernatural planet. It's also the planet of life, death, rebirth, grief, and renewal. You get what I'm saying? It's the planet which instigates the greatest transformations for us on the societal level and also on a personal level. And knowing where your Pluto is placed will give you insight in regards to that. See, Pluto is the area where we're forced to delve extremely deep. And it builds this energy, right? My nose is itching. Just to release it. It's kind of like that Kundalini energy, that sexual energy, but it's also the polarity between destruction and rebirth. And knowing that wherever Pluto is placed, you will experience a lot of destruction and rebirth. Like, I'll give you an example. Pluto is in my first house, right? So, by me being a Scorpio rising and also having Pluto in my first house, that energy is quadruplified. And if you have a Scorpio rising, then you will understand the energy. But the first house being my personal identity, you get what I'm saying? The earlier childhood years, your first house represents that too. There was a lot of death. There was a lot of rebirth. There was a lot of destruction. There was a lot of, on a personal level for me, a lot of occultism, a lot of mysticism, spiritual happenings, and things that instigated a personal transformation in myself. And I still go through these personal transformations constantly. It's like going through constant spiritual deaths and rebirths. You get what I'm saying? In order to forge a stronger version of yourself. It's like that phoenix that constantly goes, and then it gets to a point, and then it dies, and then it rebirths itself, and then it goes. It's like that energy. You get what I'm saying? So wherever you have Scorpio placements, you'll notice there's an extreme depth to that aspect of your life where you do ponder the secrets and mysteries of life and death, and how they correlate to your current reality. So death becomes a very comfortable topic for you. Death becomes something that you have to face on a certain level, depending on wherever Pluto is placed on your chart. But it always is left with the rebirth. There is no just death and then that's it. There's always a rebirth. So your 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. So look into your 8th house. Look into your Pluto placement. Also, Pluto rules the healing abilities, because most healers have to go through a death before they actually become initiated as a healer. You'll find this concept very common. They always go through some type of traumatic event or something which instigates their abilities. So being aware that this energy is essential as well. It's a destructive energy, yes, but it's also a beautifully creative energy. It also teaches you how to harness your sexual energy as well on a deeper level. So, wow, and a feather just like gracefully just flew all the way down to the ground. So knowing your Pluto and Saturn placements will give you extreme insight on how to instigate personal transformations in your life, and also how to overcome the obstacles in your life so that you can proceed in a more self-assured, a more empowered way. You get what I'm saying? Knowing who you are, knowing what you stand for, also knowing your karmic lessons, your spiritual lessons, and becoming better because of that, and growing because of that, growing through that on a galactic level. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I don't want to continue to ramble on. Make sure that you do research on Saturn. Make sure that you do more research on Pluto. Become more aware of these planets. I don't want to tell you guys everything, because how will you become masters in yourselves? You have to do your own research. So I hope that you like this video. This is Lucid Prophecy Tarot. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back with y'all with some more videos. All right, bye.